Hello, my dearest friends and family. Hello to one and all. This is JC Crisologo for my show called The Spotlight. And today's Spotlight is for a future movie that I haven't seen yet. It's either gonna come out on December the 20th or in the early part of 2024. And this film is Aquaman 2. For those of you who've seen Aquaman, the first movie, I'm pretty sure that you enjoyed it thoroughly, just like I have. I really enjoyed Aquaman, the first movie, and especially I saw it in my favorite IMAX theater, and the cinematography of the first movie was amazing. It was so super amazing, super spectacular, and stunning beyond belief that even my friend Bettina, who watched it with me, whom she thought she was on a movie date, but she really was not. She said, "Oh my gosh, I can't believe what I'm seeing right now. I feel like I'm totally immersed underwater. And with all the giant seahorses and all these hunky men riding on the seahorses." Well, the underwater hunky men, actually, because they were underwater merman. For some reason, the word merman doesn't sound as good as a mermaid. Yes. So the first movie was super spectacular, super amazing, super fabulous. The set pieces, costumes, visual effects, special effects was amazing. And kudos to the DC Universe by Warner Brothers. You guys did an amazing job in the first movie. And of course, for all of you who are huge Aquaman fans, you guys know that it stars Jason Momoa, or Jason Mimosa to some. And Amber Heard was in the first movie as well. She plays the goddess Mira, the seawater goddess Mira. And my favorite actor, Patrick Wilson, plays the half brother of Aquaman in this movie, and he plays. It's the first time that I've ever seen Patrick Wilson play the bad guy, because he usually plays the victim. You know, everybody knows Patrick Wilson as Ed Warren, the husband of Lorraine Warren in the Conjuring universe. And no, Aquaman is not part of the Conjuring universe. It's just that Aquaman was directed by one of the directors of The Conjuring. And that's why, oh my gosh, I can't believe I forgot his name. And I should know his name because he is a famous director. Now let me look it up, and bear with me for a second. Oh, there you go. See how... Thank you, artificial intelligence, for immediately giving me the answer. I haven't typed you in on Google yet, and all of a sudden, like James Wan. James Wan is the director of Aquaman. And for those of you who don't know who James Wan is, James Wan directed the first two Conjuring movies. And the reason why they hired James Wan for Aquaman is he comes from a horror background. And when I saw the horror scenes in Aquaman, I understood why they got him. You know, because it was pretty... I mean, it was supposed to be like a PG-13 movie, but then the scary scenes in Aquaman, the first movie, was just pretty creepy, and something that you would not want to encounter in your nightmares. Well, actually, it is the nightmare, because everything was dark, underwater, and the demonic sea creatures were all in like dark red, and they really look like sea demons. And I don't know how they did it, but they move really fast, they swam really fast, and they attack you really fast. And there wasn't only one or two of them, but like a swarm of all these demonic. Anyhow, it was a James Wan quintessential scene for that. And now, moving on to the present time, this current Aquaman 2 movie, of course, they wrapped it up. And, of course, once again, Amber Heard is in this movie. And you and I know that Amber Heard has been in through some controversial issue with her ex-husband, Johnny Depp, and recently I found out with Elon Musk as well. Elon Musk is going to write a tell-all about our dearest Amber Heard and their beautiful relationship. That was toxic. Anyhow, so Warner Brothers decided not to take Amber Heard completely out of the film. What they did, though, is I heard, well, not heard, but read all over the internet, that her scenes were all reduced to 30 minutes. And probably her storyline was reduced to 30 minutes as well, because in the trailer, there's really no need for spoilers alert. I mean, in the trailer, if you see the trailer, the bad guy, Mantis, in the first movie is now back, but he is even a million times more powerful than when he was in the first movie. So he's really out to get them. And he said, "I'm out for revenge. Because you killed my father, I'm gonna kill every precious loved one. I'm gonna kill every member of your family." And so, before I go on to the most controversial part of this upcoming movie, I am going to take a little commercial break. Blake. Blake, is it you? No. So I'm going to take a little commercial break. Please don't go away, and please watch the second segment, because I don't want you to tell me that, oh, I didn't see the second segment of your show. That's why I missed that guy. Well, watch it. So I'll be back, and please be back as well. So go grab your margarita or whatever it is that you want to drink, and I'll be right back. So don't go away.
Traditional TV is going away. Hollywood is starting to fade. People are demanding real stories from real people. Our voices are now being heard in our own way. Podcasts, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and TikTok Live are becoming the norm. Internet TV has now reached the highest demand in human history. Social media shows is now the new media of the century.
Hello and welcome back to the last segment of Spotlight, and this isn't a movie reaction or my movie review because I have not seen it yet and nobody has seen it yet. But it's about Aquaman 2. But before I go in any further, I'd like to thank our sponsors to make my show possible, or our shows possible here on the Social Media Shows Network. First and foremost, I'd like to thank Deacon T and Michelle Kuviak, and New American Funding. I hope I said that right. And also Six Wheels from Hell and Space Wars. Yay! Can you just imagine a science fiction movie is actually sponsoring my show? Oh my gosh, I'm about to cry. But Puresa told me that I shouldn't cry because I look ridiculous crying. So anyhow, hello to all my loved ones. Hello to Tina Chow, or not Tina Chow, Tina Lee Ochoa, also known as Carmen. Why do you have so many names? Oh my gosh, I only know you as Popit. And Athena, hi Athena, how are you doing? Keep up the good work, girl. And Ellen, hi Ellen, and hi Eva Marie Malyari, Joanna Anchorman, and to all of you, and Jonathan Aklan, and to all of you out there who are watching this show. Thank you for watching my show. And now for the last segment, which is rather controversial. So this is why this movie that hasn't been shown yet is controversial. Okay, so they did a test screening and they called the very, very popular movie influencers, the movie review critics they had a test screening, is what they call it in Hollywood. They had a test screening. And some of them walked out of the movie theater. Ooh, why did they walk out of the movie theater? Because they showed a baby dying. Okay. So, I'm thinking baby dying in a science fiction superhero movie. Okay. So maybe before we jump the gun, we have to see the entire movie before jumping into conclusions. I know that it's a horrible thing, but it's only a movie, and from what I gather, they didn't really show the baby dying. It was just implied. So, which is not a good thing, but it's still, to what do you call this? It's not about picking between the devil or the deep blue sea. It's not so bad as actually, graphically showing a baby dying, because I, for one, don't want to see that. I don't want to see any babies or puppies or kitties dying. Yeah. Or even a guppy dying. I don't want to see that. So, but anyhow, that was my recent shocking discovery as a guy who's always on YouTube. I am always on YouTube and seeing what's up on YouTube. And even one of my favorite movie critics was like, oh my gosh, there's a baby and he's not alive. So I know it's such a bad thing. But anyhow, we're going to see the further developments of the dead baby. Maybe in a few days he's going to be alive again. I don't know. Who knows? So that is what's going to happen to Aquaman 2. And I know that you guys some of you are lovers of Amber Heard. And some of you are haters of Amber Heard. I'd like to stay neutral. I'd like to be Switzerland. The only thing that I can say is that I feel very bad for Johnny Depp because he was supposed to be in the third prequel of the Harry Potter saga and he wasn't there. That's all I'm going to say on this subject matter. I love Johnny! So anyhow, well, thank you for watching Spotlight, and see you next week for more. And Don't forget that your most treasured fashion accessory is your self-confidence. And also, if you're on a diet, don't forget to eat your celery because it's the vegetable that eats you. I hope the lady in the next room is listening. Bye. See you next week.